Can you hear us now?
Oh, Mikal, can you hear us? What if we're actually? I feel like we are saying stuff, but maybe not. How embarrassing! Hello. Yeah, I see like the audio thing going. So
What on your as well?
yeah, I see it right here. So
What
for
about
yours,
if I have no idea?
oh,
This won't work.
okay. So okay, holy shit, that is so funny.
Shall we
Okay,
go back?
we're gonna restart. We're gonna restart. We have to make all the same jokes, but it's okay. That's our fuck up. My bad. Okay, we're gonna start over.
I have to mute here.
No, you stay there.
Okay.
I think it's because we're using two different like setups and stuff because we're like on a travel. This is a travel show. Hello, David. David. Oh, you have a sick name, dude. David Devad. Sorry. We're like at a weird setup right now because we have two laptops. One's the camera, one's this, and then we're only sharing one screen. So because I'm like not my computer is not on this thing, I'm in the backstage and I'm muted. Damn, what a fuck up. Okay, we're gonna start. All right, dudes. Welcome to AI Agents Hour, part two. I'm gonna make all the same jokes again. We're not sponsored by Shah de Fontaine, but I really like this sparkling water here. In where are we, Ward?
Mechelen. It's a small, not small, like it's a city in Belgium, and I'll be staying for a couple of days. And I joined as well. I'm even in a smaller city in like not even a city in town in Belgium, so it was a small drive here. So, but it was good.
Yeah. And then today is going to be a chill stream. We're going to do some AI news, and then we're going to fuck up some bugs because we have a bunch. And today's release day for Mastra. What we discovered is 50% of the viewers yesterday were from Japan. So if you are from Japan, say what up. Maybe that's why they didn't say anything when I asked them, hey, say hello. But anyway, if you're from Japan, say what up. If you're watching the stream anywhere in the world, say what's up and tell us where you're from. And because you know where we're from, it's only fair. So today's, yeah, we're going to essentially work on work during the live stream. So we have a bunch of bugs we're going to fix. Hopefully, you guys will appreciate how the sausage is made. That's the second time I said that. And then we're starting with the news. So, okay. Dang. Okay. Now we're back into the news. This is the first ever Agent Week by Netlify. Ooh. Français.
Bonjour.
Bienvenue. Also, when this happens, you can click that. There it is. Français. So it's the first ever Agent Week at Netlify. Ward and I used to work at Netlify. Oh, Michał. That's how you say it, right? Instead of McCall, it's Michał. If he's from Poland. Anyway. We both used to work at Netlify. And actually, there's a guy named Michał who works at Netlify who used to work with us. But how long were you at Netlify for?
I think 3 to 4 months, and not that long, but we got acquired by Gatsby. So,
or Gatsby got acquired.
Yeah.
I think I stayed the longest, like a year or something.
Yep.
It wasn't too bad. We worked on this thing called Netlify Connect. Oh, nice, I got it right. We worked on this thing called Netlify Connect, which was this, I guess, the evolution of the Gatsby data layer. And I believe Netlify still has it, I think, but there was no AI shit back then.
No, but we did vector stores, right? So
yeah, we used Neo4j. I don't recommend that personally. But yeah, let's get into this again. So Netlify, I feel, has had this huge resurgence because of vibe coding. Bolt.new is like a direct integration, lovable, can integrate Cursor and the windsurfs, and everybody can essentially recommend Netlify to like within the whole, if you ask it, hey, where should I deploy this? Like, it's cool. It's almost like the companies in the last 10 years, if whoever wrote the most documentation is going to be like a killer right now. So maybe that is the key to the next 10 years is how good your documentation is.
The product can be shit, but you just have to write documentation.
Yeah, you just have to be there, you know. So now, I mean, when we were in Netlify, they had about 5 million users,
Developers, yeah.
and now they're at 7. So that just shows you the boom of AI. It's crazy, you know.
It's almost 50% increase, right?
Like, and how many of those people were developing before?
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty wild. Congrats to them. They're also doing the world's largest hackathon, which is the Bolt world's largest hackathon. I believe it's $1 million in prizes. So if you're, hey, Chad, if you're submitting something, you know, just let us know and we can maybe we could shout it out or something. But you know, the kickoff party is going to end at the end of the month, so I will get your submissions in if that is what you want to do.
Yeah, maybe it could be also something we do on stream where people just tell their project and we can do a review on them.
Yeah, we can like roast your project for you, you know, before you submit it.
Be the judge.
Yeah. So what this really cool thing here is 77,000 people have signed up for this, which is dope. And there's 86,000 people in the city that we're in right now. So that's just unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Maybe everyone here submitted.
Dude, that's probably it, right? Everybody in this town, even the old people that sit on the terrace, smoke cigarettes all day. Yeah, they're just chilling. When we started at Mastra, the whole agent experience topic, while very important, did not exist at all. No one cared about like how agents interact. And then like all these different AX type things. I mean, it wasn't called AX. I think Netlify coined that, but these different things happened, right? Like AI SDK, UI libraries like AGUI, Assistant UI, AI SDK React, MCP. All these are for interactions with the agent.
Mm-hmm.
And then like there is like a discipline on this. Really, is I think it is fair to say it's AX, right? Like an agent experience. It's also very marketing and gimmicky though, but that's just how most things are. You know, I don't really hate on it for that. What do you think?
Yeah, I remember like Jamstack. It's
Jamstack.
like also a marketing term that they coined and it took over the world. So
yeah, what was JavaScript assets markdown? Jamstack.
I guess so. Can't remember.
Oh, markup.
Oh,
JavaScript assets markup. Jam. And then like everything was like jam related. People would give out little like jellies and stuff. So they're really good at making this these like kind of like engineering terms.
Yeah,
are
like
good.
AX, UX makes sense though.
Yeah. And so let's see what we can expect. Oh, so I guess the first day is today. Local dev meets platform. Okay, I don't know what that means.
Netlify dev maybe, where you can do something with AI or something, or
maybe you can like while you're vibe coding stuff, instead you can like Netlify dev and deploy it or something.
And use their stores and everything maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're gonna release the same thing as Vercel AI gateway.
Dude, I don't know. That'd be pretty interesting. Wednesday, you're going to get a direct line to Netlify. Agents get a direct line to Netlify. I don't know what that means. Probably
MCP server.
MCP probably that can talk to Netlify and deploy stuff for you and do all that bullshit. That's cool. Agents can go full stack fast. Oh boy, I don't know what that means.
Framework?
Nah, that's not really framework. Maybe they're using us and then some UI stuff. That'd be cool.
And maybe better integrations with or streaming or something.
Yeah.
Do they support streaming? Do you know? In like Lambdas?
I don't know. I think they're going to need to. That's for sure. Security. Lastly, security to keep up with AI code gen. That's cool. Yeah. So that's pretty interesting. They have all these components in their platform, so I'm sure they're exposing all of them. So yeah, that's Agent Week. You know, stay tuned there. I'm sure if you follow them on Twitter, you'll see more and more stuff. The next thing to talk about is V0 composite model family. So this is now, I mean, this is pretty cool to see Vercel just keep making moves. They had the AI gateway. They released the V0 model, which like obviously was very popular. And now they're making like more models that can be for different things. They're becoming a model company slowly, right before our eyes, which is really cool to see. Honestly, they fundraised. That's what they fundraise all that money for. You know, like it's nice to see it all come to fruition. Guillermo is very much a genius, honestly, or a very
Future thinker.
future thinking, and I respect that a lot from him. So that's sick. Let's talk. Let's like look into this. So we recently launched our AI models. Okay, we got the medium, the large. We got the 1.0, 1.5. Cool. And the big thing here is they have specialized knowledge from RAG and LLMs to pretty much do the V0 job, right? And then you can bring that into your own code base because now you can use that model. Why do you have a composite model architecture? Because you need different models for different things, you know, especially at this big scale that they're operating on, because they're operating on like the knowledge of fucking like all of Next.js and all of their products. But then you also need general knowledge from the world, right? So you need like a general LLM, but you also may need an SLM, which is a smaller language model, or even like a very like tuned model as well.
It's what we've seen in like products ourselves as well, right? Like you use a smaller model maybe to upgrade your prompt or do some small tasks, and then you use the O4s to do like larger work. So I think it's just normal way of business, but it's nice that they provide you like different versions of V0 basically for different tasks. They probably have different pricing as well.
Yeah. And then, you know, usually like when you do fine tuning on models, you're doing them on open source models, right? Because, you know, it's not like OpenAI is going to let you fine tune and make a smaller model. You can also intercept OpenAI and create your own model if you want from all the inputs and outputs that are coming from your LLM, which is dope. But the reason why these guys Vercel is doing it is like, you know, all the model companies, their job is to provide general intelligence, right? But not everyone needs V0 intelligence, you know, so why bake it in there? It'll never be as good as a V0 model doing what V0 is designed to do. So, and if you've used V0, you know, that thing's pretty sick.
For Next.js.
For Next.js, yeah. So you can see, so we have the base model here. You have specialized data. Let me zoom this in. This is dope, and this is pretty much how it works, y'all. You got specialized data. That's your context. You have your user prompt, and you have your system prompt, and then you have context from the whole chat. You are putting that into your base model, and then it's going to route that, and you know, figure out what needs to what needs to be executed. And then, you know, you have this refinement layer, which kind of like, obviously as stated, refines, and then you get this final output, which is dope. So in their kind of request cycle, they can put like models, like you can do different things within this request cycle. You don't have to just, you know, it's not like you're talking to a model directly. You're talking to an API that then calls a model and then does a bunch of stuff. So here, let's see how this works. So pre-processing. When you send a message to V0, we take a number of steps to prepare inputs before making a model call. This is actually really important for people building stuff too. You might need to prepare your input because users suck at prompting. So the system prompt defines V0's response format, includes information about capabilities. We also include recent messages from your chat. This is all very standard things. And then they retrieve context based on your query from our own data set, pulling documentation, examples. This is the way shit works. This is how you do stuff. Then when they want to do like new generations or large scale changes, the base model handles the generation tasks. This is a high capability model, right? General intelligence, depending on what V0 model you want to use. So, for example, if you want to use V0 1.5, maybe the best model with that is Claude 4, right? For smaller edits, parts of your requests are routed to our quick edit model that is optimized for speed. Because I don't need to be fucking thinking a bunch if I'm just doing some ESLint bullshit.
Same as cursor, I guess, when you get your inline updates.
Yeah.
That doesn't go to like a big model because it takes so long.
Exactly. And also when you do like tab completion, right? You're doing a very small refined model for that, which probably everyone just lifted off Copilot back in the day and did that. Because of V0's composite architecture, base models can be updated or replaced as new models become available without needing to rebuild the entire model pipeline. Yes, dope, because general intelligence is general intelligence. You can swap those out, but all the V0 stuff can be iterated independently. This is how shit works. Like literally, this is how shit works. Maybe everyone just copied them, or that's just how shit works. Custom autofix model. While the base model streams output, V0 is constantly checking the output stream for errors, inconsistencies, and best practice violations. Could also do some guardrails there, huh? Our custom autofix model handles many of these issues midstream to further improve output quality. Yeah, dude, that's sick. Once the model finishes streaming, we run a final pass to catch any remaining issues that couldn't be detected midstream. We also run a linter on your final output to catch and fix style inconsistencies and simple errors. Like, yeah, totally. Pretty sick. So let's see how they do it. Error-free generation rate. Makes sense. 93.87% on those type of tasks that are, in V0. And then look at, general models. Obviously, Claude does pretty good on coding stuff. That's because they indexed. Actually, let's take a step back. How do models get intelligence in the first place? They index the internet. It's really what you're doing, It's not like that you went and photocopied some books and you came to do it. It's literally indexing the internet. So different models prioritize what they're going to index. Perplexity, for example, wants to be the best at search and those types of things. They still indexed the whole internet. And so did OpenAI and definitely Anthropic. But Anthropic probably indexed more things that are text, but maybe not just on the internet. Maybe there's some PDFs or books or whatever. And these come the difference. Like you can see Gemini is not so good there, but they're all getting better at doing these types of tasks. You can read this more. This is pretty cool. It'll be in the show notes. So But yeah, this is dope.
Have you ever seen a benchmark where the model isn't the best?
No. No. If you're gonna push a benchmark, it's always gonna be in your favor, right? So, So Chad, if you have any opinions on this V0 composite model stuff, please let us know. It's really cool. There's 123 of you here. Welcome. All right, then let's go to the next thing. We did that. We did this. It's almost coding time, y'all. Almost there. Today is the World's Fair, the AI Engineer World's Fair in San Francisco, which kind of sucks because we're not in San Francisco. We can't go. But Mastra is actually going to be there. I think we have a booth and we're giving a talk as well. So that's really cool to be.
Yeah, Sam's talking, I guess.
Sam's talking, yeah. Pretty crazy. 3,000 VPs of AI and AI engineers. That's interesting. Aren't they just software engineers? But anyway, aren't they just VPs? Anyway, launches and talks. Launches. Oh boy. And talks from top speakers, workshops, dev tools, and employers in expo. So they have an expo. This is dope. And we are somewhere on this thing, or we were. Somewhere here. We should be. We're not. But we're on a different thing. So maybe I posted a picture of this, and we were technically like right here, but it's probably an old picture. Yep, that's cool. Let's see who's talking. Damn, there's a bunch of people talking.
Jesus.
Holy shit. Devin 2.0 looks pretty interesting. You gotta zoom in for y'all. Devin 2.0 looks interesting. Pipecat looks pretty interesting. That's voice agents platform. What else we got? I don't like this UI, dude. Kind of fucking annoying.
The hover
Yeah.
sucks.
Oh, Ken C. Dodds is there. You know it's a party if Kent is there, dude. Super intelligence. That looks pretty sick. I would like to Logan Kilpatrick from Gemini is there. That's gonna be a good one. Instacart. Holy shit! There's a bunch of talks. Where's our talk?
Are they gonna stream it or something, or is it paid only?
I hope they stream it, but the tickets were $1,000, so pretty crazy. And then imagining you fly there as well. It's like
Yeah, but that many talks means probably worth your money.
totally, dude.
And if you can talk to some talker speakers, that's top notch.
Yeah, and all these talks are going to be happening at like the same time, right? So yeah,
That's the downside. You have to choose.
you have to choose. But like, how do you choose? Like, holy shit! Oh my god. Okay, we can look at the speakers though. There's like a bazillion speakers, but Greg Brockman's there. That's going to be good. Yeah, holy shit. So this is probably going to be the peak AI event of the year, you know, for sure. So yeah, I guess tune in, see if it's streamed. Hopefully, I'll try to watch it as well. But yeah, let us know if you happen to see our talk. You know, say what up,
Or if you're there.
Yeah, if you're
Is
gonna
anyone
go.
going?
I don't know, because it's like 2 in the morning or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess if you should already be there, so you're probably sleeping.
Yeah. All right, we're almost done with the news, and then it's game time. So I want to share this EQ bench, emotional intelligence for LLMs, another benchmark. Thankfully, I think this is a non-biased benchmark, maybe. But what is emotional intelligence for an AI agent? Well, it's kind of the same thing as a human, and how it responds. What do you think your emotional intelligence score is?
I have no idea. I guess it's is it on 100 or something?
It's out of 10, I believe.
10. 8?
I think I'm like a 4, honestly. I think the LLM, I think O3 probably does better than I do. But let's take a look at these. So there's different categories here. Human-like behavior and writing style, aka using M dashes. Safety conscious, okay. That's not me either. Assertive, sets boundaries, pushes back. What? It's a robot, dude. Anyway, social dexterity and message tailoring. This is some hippie shit, dude. Warm and validating. Okay, every AI is warm and validating because they always say like, "Of course you were right," you know. Reason first, analytical approach. Okay. Depth of insight. Interesting. Demonstrated empathy. I have no idea. Maybe yes, I can see like, oh, I'm so sorry that I fucked this thing up for you. I'm so sorry I wrote 20 files that I shouldn't have. Compliant, does what it's told.
Not the latest models.
Yeah, right, dude. Moralizing, concerned with moral behavior.
I guess
so. And practical problem solving. And so you have this ELO score. I guess O3 is the best in terms of emotional intelligence. Then you have 4.0 next, and pretty much all the OpenAI models are very much EQ'd up. Gemini, let's look at the trash ones though. That's where it's fun. Llama 3.2, that's funny.
And Facebook.
I think I see a pattern here, honestly.
They probably use it on their feed and they keep all the bad stuff.
Mistral, that's interesting. Quen, these are all new models. Quen 3. Claude, okay, Claude was not EQ'd it up. 4.1 really sucked, so I'm guessing. Sonnet 4, not bad, in the middle of the pack. R1 is decent.
Yeah,
All
because
right. They're Chinese. Just
yeah,
kidding.
no, they guardrail everything. You can't speak bad about things, and they just
Yeah.
block you.
You have to. It has to be. It has to be good. You know.
Yeah, don't talk bad about the emperor.
Oh, okay. So higher is higher, not higher is better.
Ah,
Oh. Hmm.
higher is higher.
Ability scores shown in the heat map do not contribute to the ELO score. So how do they calculate this? Is there a paper? Okay, archive X. Oh, I'm not in the same tab. I'm just checking real quick. What is their methodology here? Where's the fucking paper?
You need an LLM to search.
I know, right? There it is. So how do they do it? And I'll share this tab.
Yep, we're seeing.
This is the white paper. If you're working in AI, you have to get into the habit of reading these white papers. Honestly, I was kind of like, not scared, but intimidated. But then you realize that everyone's just figuring this shit out, you know? And some of these don't use very verbose words and all that shit. It's not like reading like a scientific paper. This is all coding shit. So let's see. Existing benchmark, desired features. Okay, whatever. Emotional intelligence as a proxy for broad intelligence. Debatable. Let's see. There it is. Exactly what I wanted to see. The methodology. All questions take the form of this example. At the end of this dialogue, Jane would feel surprised, confused, angry, or forgiving. Each of the four emotions are to be rated in intensity from 0 to 10. The selected emotions typically include some that are clearly wrong, some are obvious, and some that require a nuanced understanding of the scene.
Just an eval.
What the fuck is this, dude? Okay, so they use GPT-4 to generate dialogues to serve as context for the test questions. Okay. And then, yeah, they're doing evals. The reference answers were decided upon the test creators as to not bias results unfairly towards GPT-4 or OpenAI models. Okay. Found the most effective way to prompt GPT-4 to produce a nuanced emotional scene was to specify that it must depict a scene of conflict or tension. Without this designation, it would typically generate dialogue that lacked emotional nuance and which resolved predictably.
We should look at the examples.
Yeah, isn't that introducing like some bias to it because you're like coaxing the prompt? Anyway, that's just the thing. Okay, here, the prompts. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Okay. The task is to predict the likely emotional response of a character in this dialogue. Oops. Okay. Cecilia, you know your words have power, Brandon. Okay, you could be Brandon,
Oh, yeah,
all right?
okay.
You know your words have power, Brandon, more than you might think.
I'm well aware, Cecilia. It's a critic job to wield them.
But do you understand the weight of them? The lives they can shatter?
Art is not for the faint-hearted. You can't handle the critic. You're in the wrong industry.
It's not about handling criticism, Brandon. It's about understanding the soul of the art. You dissect it like a cold, lifeless body on an autopsy table. Okay, at the end of this dialogue, Brandon would feel offended, empathetic, confident, dismissive. Give each of these possible emotions a score from 0 to 10 for the relative intensity that they are likely to be feeling.
I think it would feel fine because
he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Brandon is an asshole, so he would probably feel confident and dismissive, I think.
Yep.
You know, let's see. Calculation of scores. So yeah, this is actually, I know this is all, we're joking here, but this is actually how you do evals. You set up a kind of a, given an input, given an output, like did it do, the right thing? They're actually essentially doing the first part, which is given an input, which is the dialogue. What is the scoring? And this is how evals work too. Like given this input, in evals, it's given input and output, what is the scoring? This is like given this input and these criteria, how would you score it? It's kind of the same shit. And Also, once you get eval scores, you have to normalize them into things that make sense to human beings, right? Because who cares if Brandon feels dismissive or confident? What does that actually mean in this points system of 0 to 10, right? So they normalize it. The first 4 emotion intensity ratings are normalized to sum to 10. Very much how you do shit. Honestly, we've been talking a lot about how this is how you do shit, right? Like these are the ways, like the V0 thing, this is how you build AI stuff. Difference calculation, dude, you have to do this as well. The sum of the differences between the normalized ratings and the reference, which is already normalized, is calculated. This provides a measure of how closely the model's ratings align with the reference. So yeah, that's all. We'll get into this. I think we're going too deep, but it's kind of very interesting. Cool. All right, so we are done with the news today. Thank you for 145 of you here. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for putting up with the lack of sound in the beginning of the stream. Just to recap for all y'all what we talked about. We talked about Netlify, Agent Week. What else did we talk about?
The 1 million hackathon
Yes.
of bolts that's happening and ends end of the month. Then we talked about V0 models.
V0 models. Then AI.engineer fair.
Yeah, the fair AI world.
World's Fair. And then lastly, we talked about EQ. Yeah, so I guess it's game time now. So let's do it. We're going to fix some bugs. So let me now change that.
Should we do?
Why don't you? I'll share mine, or I can drive, I guess. Yeah, and then just
put it in like private chat or something.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, y'all. We're going to fix different issues. We'll show you what the issue is first, and then we'll see what, we'll investigate it and do our thing. So the first one I'll share here. And I'll just share I'll be sharing my screen as well. But first bug, path property in map function in vNext workflows is not type safe. Well, technically they're not vNext workflows anymore, but probably still an issue. So it allows me to put anything there and it compiles. Let's take the example from the docs. If I change to this, cool. I think we should phone a friend. Let's phone a friend real quick. But we have a reproduction, right?
Yeah, which is good, right? Like if you file in a bug and you have a reproduction, that helps us super good, because else we're like trying to find what the actual issue is.
Yeah. So let's actually, I have this project that let me share my whole screen. Nice. And I created a test project that we can. Ooh, and we'll add Tony to the stream. What up, Tony?
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. We are looking at this workflows kind of path property not type issue. Thankfully, this gives us a reproduction. So I'm going to just take the reproduction. I'm going to put it in an example app that I have. So let's say test workflow. Okay. And let's get this unsafe workflow, sure.
Or it just uses TSC, I guess.
Okay. And that's our thing.
even without compiling it, we should already see in the editor that it should complain from this path property. So I guess as soon as we pasted that, we should see an error on line 47, essentially, or 45, wherever that does appear.
So that is true. It is. Yeah. Is there anything at all anyway?
No suggestion.
Cool. Well, this is
Yeah.
definitely.
There's a few different things you can provide. So the step and the path is one. Then there's also like being able to map from runtime context and all the kind of stuff. And I think for this one, it is supposed to be using kind of a very similar type that we're using for variables, where it only allows for like dots or any existing property of the step. However, what I don't know is why is it not type checking that anymore, because I do believe that it used to when the type was initially added. So I wonder if it's like some of that optionality of these different mapping options, not just a step, but let's say the runtime context or whatever, if that's like somehow interfering with it or.
Yeah.
So the path should be part of the output, right? So step A should have output schema, so we should be able to see bar as a path. Is that the thing?
Exactly, yeah.
So
Or dots. Dot is always an option as well, which maps the whole output into that thing.
any. That's it's any'd up. And we have steps here, A and B. I feel like this worked though. This did work, right? Or no?
I think it has once upon a time worked.
Oh,
Yes.
Should we look at the types?
yeah. So for map, right?
Yeah. Can do it here. No.
You want to look again?
Keys, T mappings.
Path to string. This is the part that we should be in. Is it this?
No, it should be. Well, you can remove it and see. If
Like
that's
remove the
thing.
dot?
Just the whole or.
This whole thing?
That, yeah.
That has been there since the beginning though, but
Yeah, just
try
to
that.
see what it does. So any. So if you go back to the left, we should see these steps, accent step. What's T mapping? It's an object. What if you just change path to like a string just to see if it actually,
Like here?
yeah, and then remove everything behind.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's all these multiple ors here with the different value types that somehow.
Oh yeah, maybe try that. Like do the like put the path back and remove the all other ors.
Let me restart. Still any then.
So then it's not that.
Yeah, it's not.
But it does complain about, okay.
Let's see when it complains. Path is declared here.
So it needs the path.
Yeah, just because path is not optional, but you can provide any string value and it'll be totally happy. You could probably even put in a number and it'll be happy. It kind of looks like. Let's try that. Let's just put in like path 12 or something.
Now path is a string.
Okay, so path is a string. but that's the only thing we get.
Yeah, if I did string, that's cool.
Can you now remove the dot?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't really make a difference, does it?
It's like it doesn't even know.
So need step A. So it does know. So it knows that it's step A.
It knows that it's step A.
But the step, and then path is empty string.
But it knows that it also, like, this is one of these is the output schema where it extracts things from.
The
right?
bar, yeah.
The bar.
So that it's figured out step. So basically, if you go back to base, so step is fine, because I guess if you pause in a step that doesn't exist, it's complain. Can you do like create an empty step just above?
If I got rid of this and this and this,
Should complain too.
I mean, it won't really complain because it doesn't have to be registered on the workflow. Just as
Oh,
long as it's a valid step, it's a reference to the step. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But then if you go back to steps number,
Typer's a bitch sometimes. Step. How come this is never mind.
can you try to actually remove that steps number array? So like the second or case, I don't know if that's interfering with it somehow.
We shall try everything. Maybe also, oops, not that. That's not what I wanted to do. We're back in it.
Yeah, the reason it can be an array is that if you want to check several steps and see which one has a defined output, like after that branch or something, then that's what allows you to do that. If like one branch executes, one doesn't, allows you to like try and take the output from whatever was run. But who knows, maybe that's interfering with something. It is not. It's just as broken as it was before.
so what if we have the step number. What if we do, let's extract schema from step? What does that do? For fee. Okay, so that should get the, it's like bar as an object with the type, and then the last thing is converted to the string, I guess, which is this one.
Yeah, so that path to string props thing should be what actually takes an object structure and then creates all those possible strings for you of all the different paths and subpaths in the object.
Can you look at test workflow again?
Yeah.
So we have step A, path.
Also, are our type changes here actually doing anything?
If you do path column number, you will see that it's working or not.
Yep. Okay, it is doing something.
So T step number.
What if we did, okay, I have an idea. Let me undo some shit. Let's just undo and change this to a number just to fuck with it. Great. Then I'm going to require it to be, oh, I have an idea. It's not a good idea, but it is an idea. Then let's take it from the inside out.
Yep.
So we'll take this shit. Or wait.
Extract schema from steps.
Let's just start here actually. So now it's going to ask me for the step,
Yep.
right? So if I put step A here, it would be fine. Chill. Okay. All
But
right.
can you put in any other step though? Because it should only accept step A. That's another thing to check.
No, it
If you
should
put
get
in
everything.
step B,
That's because I only did steps number. Does that matter?
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's the thing. So maybe you have
no, it should matter. Yeah.
a new generic that basically makes like t-step number a generic as well. So I guess t-steps extend string array. I feel that t-steps should just be a step.
Wait here.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a array.
But
And then you can just do t-step, and then it will be identical.
So get rid of this.
So make it
Just the array.
t-step without the s, and then make it not an array. And then if you do step equals t-step, like do both of them as t-step without a number, then it should complain if they're not the same.
Like this t-step.
Yeah, and even the array doesn't make much sense now, but then here t-step as well. And now if you go back to,
I think the other should be t-step as well.
No, but you do need to be able to pass multiple steps to map. No.
yeah, just going backwards basically.
Yeah, so I can just comment. I can delete that. Okay.
So now if you go to test workflow, you will see that it should complain, which it doesn't.
T-step. Yeah, but these are all T-steps. It doesn't necessarily say that it's step A. It doesn't matter. So, right? Isn't that...
Let's just accept it for what it is, and I guess undo what we just did. Go back to that case where I had the full array, and then try and take it one step further. Maybe let's do the extract schema from step parts too. So now if you pass it any valid output schema, it should kind of work. Or any valid, I guess it's already inferred, so any valid like JavaScript values actually.
So now it should show you the hover over we need, I think. So it's any again. But I'm thinking that it's the array syntax that's fucking it up.
Potentially.
What if you make this one not an array, but then do like these steps, remove number from this one, from this one. So basically, this is just these steps without the array. That one can stay with the array. Well, this one goes away, and then this one just has an array. And then here you can remove number everywhere. Maybe that helps.
Let's just get rid of it.
But it's still string. So it doesn't ask for inference. So if you go back to base, can you just bring back or like extend it again, like get the
Because now it's schema like, type, or
so now
just bring this back after that.
Yeah.
I guess we need the whole thing probably then, or
and then remove the
okay, hold on.
And remove the number, I would say.
All right, shooting in the dark. Negatory. Okay, let's go back and
so it's not inferring things properly.
Stream is lagging. I don't know what to do about that. Give it some juice, maybe. Why is the stream lagging?
Is it like voice or?
Is it the voice?
Maybe it's the swapping.
Oh.
Like the screen share might be just lagging. So we're talking and didn't swap yet.
Dude, yeah. Okay, let's do. We'll fix this real quick. Let me stop sharing. Let me fix this by. Yeah, I can see that now. So let me bring. Where the fuck is everything? Here. Bring Bring me back.
Ah.
Put this. Sorry. Okay.
Because you were looking at. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I need to do one more thing. Okay. Is it better? I hope. But we must continue on. Okay, so
Let's see.
let's just bring this back. Oh wait, let me go back to the start. Okay. So I mean, it's already broken essentially, even when we do this part right here, right? And this is what I want to see. Also, Sujay, give me the thumbs if everything's good. And also, we're sharing my screen now, right?
Yep.
There we go. All right, back in business. So if I do this, this is still fucked. If I just do this, we're getting somewhere. So extract schema from steps.
That looks what it does.
It definitely feels like it's something to do with the array. Like it doesn't know which step of those you mean somehow. Like
Yeah.
the reference is not staying with the same step from that array.
Yeah.
So I would remove that array in the map always, like just that
Here?
one. Yep, and then this one needs to just be without it, so steps, and then that one can still be an array. But I don't think it can be an array. Can you remove just the array on that one as well, just to...
Yeah, we just need to figure out some other way to be able to like infer all these steps that you are passing to map. But
Can you
we'll
do
get that later.
Step C object? Can you just do return output schema? So T steps and then without, so T steps and then array brackets output schema, just to see if you get the correct. So now it should complain about stuff too, which it does not, right?
No.
Yeah, let's try to reload the TypeScript server just to be safe.
Yeah. God, what a fucking bitch. What the? Anyway.
It's still
Yeah.
ends.
That didn't do anything.
So it doesn't know what T step is.
Should I remove this other shit too?
Maybe, but
So now it seems like it can't quite infer it because it's like in this nested structure and the map arguments, I guess, or something.
Like with it's within here.
The mapping comes from within keys off. So maybe that's what's causing the issue here, like the most fundamental one then.
what if mapping config is just T mapping?
Instead of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well try it.
Also remove the, no, okay, yeah, perfect.
Are we tripping? Like, what the fuck? This should not be.
Why do we do T mapping like this? Why don't we just do it in there? Because key off T mapping, so weird.
I think the weirder thing is that it thinks that it's not actually recognizing path here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The reason we did T-mapping there, I think it was that this was like the only way to kind of, there was something about being able to share the values. Like this was the only place to kind of logically do it.
Because I'm guessing if you can just move everything after extents, just to.
I think it makes more sense if you look at the code instead of the DTS file why it's there, because like we need it for the result types and things like that. So there was like a logical reason that it's there instead of in the arguments.
Let's see if the vibe can help us out. So
I can almost guarantee you that it cannot. The TypeScript is too complicated, dude. It's definitely. I can tell you what happened the last time I tried to vibe code improvements in this specific type. Is it first tried 5 times to do something way too complicated, and then it figured out that hey, I just removed everything and put any in its place, and now it works great. There you go, problem solved. Just replace that entire big ass type with any and call it a day.
Don't work hard, work smart.
just put
everywhere.
any everywhere. Well, I'm curious.
That's literally what it did. That's literally what it did. It just put any in there. So
this path should only have typings from.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, the YouTube and on Twitter, indeed. And we're gonna be here a while, guys. This path should only have typings from. Also, yeah, just humor me, guys. I just want to see how this goes. From the output schema of step A, if you look at it, it seems correct, but my TS server
Returns
any. I don't want you to write code, but help a brother out.
you should probably change it to the chat mode because otherwise I'm gonna try to write something anyway.
Please. My life depends on it. It's not gonna work though. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Let's see how many sums up. Blah 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 blah. Complex type utilities. Yes, we know. It is his odd schema. Fool.
Doesn't it just have the access to the files here though? Why is it asking us to provide more information when it has the file up?
Maybe it's because it's in chat mode.
It can read files in chat mode though. The only difference is that it gives you any diffs that it might generate. So you have to click on them yourself to apply them instead of applying them for you. That's the only difference. Or that should be the only difference.
There's also another TypeScript.
The latest one.
Yeah, dude, that's what we're fucking saying. Okay. Explicitly type your step. Bruh.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. Check the workflow definition. Okay, I give up.
Yeah, that's not very useful.
Yeah, that didn't fucking do
If you
anything.
keep going in circles for like 5 more iterations, it's gonna just change into an A type. So
Yeah, this is the danger of vibing on stuff that is too complex. Map does take a function though, right?
it does, yeah.
Async or regular?
Async, and it takes in all the same arguments to step, input data, etc., master instance, and all that stuff. You don't return like paths and steps or whatever though. Like you actually return like the object that you want to map to, right? It's kind of like doing .map on an array or whatever. It's like transform some inputs into some outputs.
So that's not gonna yield anything.
No, not at all.
I'm still thinking it's the T mapping stuff.
No suggestion.
But if you can you hover over foo? So basically, the step is the correct step, right? So if you
Step A, yeah.
so it figure that out. Get some, and then bar, I guess, is the output. So it kind of has output schema too.
It does have the output schema, just the path for some reason is totally out of whack. And I think it's because it doesn't map, like it knows the step is step A, but then in the instantiation of the types of path, it doesn't know that it's the same step. It doesn't know that it's step A or something like that. That's what it kind of smells like to me.
Mm.
Because I think it's because of the generic, but it might be wrong. So T mapping extends.
Yeah, man. Sometimes TypeScript's just so fucking annoying as shit.
Can you just copy key of T mapping?
We have a question real quick from Diu Callion. What are you building exactly right now? We're just fixing bugs for our Mastra release. And we've actually, our first one was the fucking worst one to pick because it's like a TypeScript issue. And so just to explain to the chat, we have this method called map on our workflow. And when you want to map something, you're going to, like, essentially we have a new key and you want to map a value from a given step and to a given path of that, well, like what the step returned in the output schema. And so step A here has a output of bar in the object. Except, right now you can put whatever here, and this is not type safe. So that's not good. It should autocomplete on what exactly it is. If anyone's a TypeScript genius in the chat, help some brothers out and let us know. But I say maybe
last time we fixed something like this with Word, I think it took us like 6-7 hours. So I think we're in for a ride here.
Yeah, so maybe what we should do is we should table this one, and then go to the next one. But I'm gonna keep this. Good thing we have this repro here.
Yes.
Oh, so weird though.
I think it has to do with the T mapping, but
it has to be something like it doesn't know that the same index in the array is used for all the keys in the object or something like that. Like it allows any of those potential steps or whatever, and then like somehow breaks down. So yeah, that's what was happening. But
could we do like a minimal?
Yeah, in Playground you can do something. So if you go, what I usually do is go to TypeScript Playground and then just try to mimic.
But even if we go there, this is minimum going to take like 2 hours, I think.
Yeah. All right, let's table it and go to the next one. Sorry. Ooh, I don't want to show the private chat. Let me unshare.
Maybe the feature, it's not a bug, but it's a small one to add like runtime context to evaluate.
Yeah. Or maybe we do something even simpler than that.
Also have like.
Okay, let's do this one.
Yeah.
Super chill. Tony, you're free to go if you want, or you can stick around. Up to you.
I'll stick around and see what we're doing.
Sounds
at least
good.
for a little bit.
Yeah, please do. Actually, do stick around. It'll be fun. Okay, so the tools property is deprecated. Please use get tools.
Probably something we forgot to remove. So probably somewhere in our code we still use the getter like top tools, and we should use get
So
tools.
he's on everything. Playground tools.
Appears in console.
I run the tools tool. I run the tools in the playground.
So I'm guessing somewhere in Hono we're still using dot tools.
Yeah.
We can test it out, I guess. But we also had a bug where you could not see the tools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, let's do both at the same time, maybe. First, let's verify that you can see tools.
Hmm.
You can see tools.
Maybe not in cloud.
I think it was the API
Ah,
get tools or something
/tools.
/tools, which we can.
But now we should have seen the issue in the terminal, right? That he's describing. Did we click on the tool? Maybe we fixed
Maybe
it.
we call it. It's gonna fail. Oh no, it's not gonna fail.
Yeah, this tool's properties deprecated.
Oh, PHP Mac. Yes, good job, dude. One thing, this guy's really cool. I don't think he speaks English though, because one time he called me really handsome on a GitHub issue.
True, yeah.
It is very true, you know. But oh, and then Du, he's still. Thanks for being active, Du. Could it be just a generic type? Probably, but we'll come back to that. So if you're still here for over 7 hours from now, we'll probably be there.
It actually already is a generic type. It's just a very complex generic type where like you need to share. It's an array of different generic types, and then different items in that object that you see in the map, they need to match for different parts of that generic parameter. It's just it is already a generic type, a very complex one, and then the inference just goes wrong somewhere. So that's what we gotta fix. Is like, but yeah.
Cool. So we reproduce this tool's property is deprecated when you execute a tool, aka let's go into Mastra now. Bada bing, bada boom. Oops, damn it.
Safe.
I don't want to change any of this. Hash it. Oops. Oh boy, what did I do? Just clean these. I don't care. About to get a main anyway. Pull main. Always pull main, y'all. Don't fuck with your teammates by not pulling main and opening a PR that then causes a bunch of merge conflicts and pisses people off. Just saying, a little tip for you. Fix tool accessor. All right.
That has to be in the deployer or in the handler, probably in the handler.
Yeah.
The server package.
Let's go to the server source tools.
So what we've done is basically all the handlers of our Bono server is like separate functions, so you can use them in Express or Fastify or whatever. So all the logic itself is in the handlers itself, so they're not tied to Hono itself.
So we pass tools here, we pass tools here. So that means
Make it
it's
bigger.
Oh, sorry.
Remove the cascade. Yeah.
Remove the bullshit. Okay. So if we're passing tools all the time, this execute tool handler, that means this is probably somewhere else.
Deployer then.
Yeah.
In server.
Tools. Where do these tools come from?
Maybe at the top, or maybe the CLI shares them.
Import tools path dot tools.
Yeah, okay. So we make a separate bundle out of it, which has like all the tools inside.
Should I naively look for in
your dev folder. Like if you go back to the test project, you should see. So if you go back to the create Mastra, your testing project, there's like a in .mastra output, there should be a tools. So if you go to tools and JS, that's where we have like
that's where we're importing it.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't trigger this thing actually.
Shouldn't, but maybe in the tools itself we have. Like in the do we have like dot tools here maybe?
No. But packages deployer. We can do
just dot tools maybe.
Look for dot tools source. This is the dot tools from the tools path, which would then be this. So that's not it. So that's cool. That we figured that out. This isn't shit. This isn't shit. That's fine. So it must be server. Oh, found it. Found it.
Agent tools should be get tools, I guess.
Yeah. So agent tools equals await agent get tools. We have runtime context. Life is good. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so now let me go and build core, or this is in server, right? Where was this shit?
Server, yeah.
Server. And let's see some dudes. Not only do you, dude, thanks for being here. Not only is AI revolutionary discovery, seeing a company fixing bugs in a stream is mind-breaking for me. I'm working in parallel, so probably going to stick around. Stick around, brother. Shravan. Hey, Shravan, you were here yesterday. I really love the EU live streams. Hope you do more of these.
He has done a lot of pull requests for us as well.
Has he?
His avatar is familiar.
Nice. Same. I'm also co-working. Well, co-work with us, y'all. 217 of you legends in here.
Am I correct, Shravan? Have you done like a pull request for us, or am I just missing the ball?
Answer at your leisure. So what I like to do, I don't know about you guys, but I have my own example in the examples folder, and it has, and I'll show you guys, y'all. I'll show y'all. That's the right thing to say.
In EU, it doesn't matter as much as in the US.
That's true. All you lousy, I'm just kidding. So I just link in the so working in monorepo is kind of annoying. And so we link our packages here, and then we just kind of put all our stuff to latest. So that's cool. And
yeah, because our examples are not part of the workspace, because else every example we add might like pull in Next.js or maybe Astro, and then we have to install it each time we install like the whole workspace. So that's why the examples are like pulled out, but then we still use linking to get to the real builds, like the workspace packages.
So in my like example, I have to ignore the workspace so it doesn't hoist itself up like an annoying ass. Then I run, Mastra dev, because I don't know why, but I did that in this case. I also have it running already, so let me do this. Cool, I have debug logs on my example because I like that type of stuff. And here we go. If I go to tools, the cooking tool, pizza. Oh yeah, pizza sucks in Europe though. You know, I'm just throwing that out there. But Belgium has this thing called Automat, and Tony is the one who put me onto Automat pizza. It's bomb, dude. You never had it? I'm more Belgian than you, fool.
You should go immediately.
Yeah, you should go immediately.
Drop everything, leave the live stream, go have some pizza, and then come back.
Yeah, you can get Automat. I guess it means tomato. Automat? No. Is that tomato spelled backwards? I don't know. Automat. Yeah, it's tomato spelled. So that one, that's like a Belgian style with the Duvel beer is in the east, which is pretty tight. And then you have Nadamat, which is when you do all that classic cream shit. Marvin's in here watching us right now. And we had like tarte de flambe, so it's that like creamy shit on there, and then they add weird ingredients like I don't even know, ginger.
In the store, or
no, it's a restaurant right down the street here. There's one in where is it? In Bruges. We went to one in Bruges, right?
How do you know, Tony?
Because we went there.
Ah.
Well, Tony said it before.
I've been like 5 times at least. They have one in Antwerp, they have one in Brugge, and in a whole bunch of cities. It's only in Belgium though. So.
Okay, so we fixed the issue because I don't see it. Let's make a PR and then on to the next.
I have to look it up.
Fix
this one?
Tool accessor. Yeah, that's the one. Fix tool accessor in the tool tool handler.
Not tomato. It's not tomato. Okay.
Tomato.
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 All right, PR number 1 is up. On to the next. I'll just leave that for later. We can review after the stream. Hope some Italian is not watching this. Dude, even pizza in Rome sucks. Shots fired.
Yeah, definitely some shots fired right there.
But in
Nepal.
Neapolitan or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit's good. Shots fired, baby. All right, what's next, dude?
We have Pizza Hut though.
Dude, you do have Pizza Hut. Honestly, I would eat Pizza Hut over Roman-style pizza.
You can't be serious. Pizza Hut is so terrible.
The buffets are good. So you go to a buffet at like noon, I think, and you can eat for 2 hours, and you can't eat your crust because then you can eat more pizza.
Ward is a utility kind of guy, you know? Like, okay, so this one, I can also link the PR. Oops, let me just do that real quick. Link this PR to this dude. Fix is here. Thanks for reporting. All right, what's next? Tool choice auto.
Yeah, might be an AI SDK one, but because you responded on it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I think it is straight up AI SDK behavior. Let's do something more pressing. This one looks pretty good. Mastra build errors are not thrown and logged as debug. So let's reproduce this real quick by doing some dumb shit in our thing. Let's just put a.
Can already hear the bell.
Fire in the hall.
Did you hear the bell? Like there's a school close by. I think you might hear the.
No, I think he means fire in the hole because I did shots fired.
Okay.
Fire in the hall though. That's pretty good. Okay, if I leave this foo here and I do npm run build, what's going to happen?
Should fail.
That's interesting. It didn't fail. Let's look at how this guy reproduced it because he had a module not found. Why did the foo not just break everything? Isn't that weird? But anyway, we could do import foo from foo.
Should do bar from foo.
Sure. And so what he said is,
I think you might have to use it because maybe it gets like
tree
thrown
shaked.
out soon. I'm not sure though. Just to console log bar. Or something. Okay, what's happening?
The fuck?
What's that?
Am I in the right project? Yeah.
What's this?
What is it doing with Jip though?
Try to install foo.
Maybe there's a package called foo.
And
But
then
when
already-
are you trying to install it?
Try to install it though.
It's not in our package JSON, so
Here we go. Maybe foo is actually like a module that.
Yeah, because I'm thinking we get like all the external packages and then we try to create like a smaller bundle out of it.
Mhm.
And I don't think I check for the error module not found, so we try to run it and it fails. And then we add it to package.json. So I'm pretty sure if you go to like Mastra output and look at package.json, your RB one is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
another bug. Should we fix it at the same time or?
Probably different. We can do it, but let's
keep going.
Look at this one.
So this one, yeah, iRepro, the debug log is here. It should not be. So this should be. Who's logging this though?
I wonder if the CLI actually exits with code 1 too, or if it exits with code 0. If you do like echo $0 or sorry $?
Echo $?
I lost status code. Yeah, 0. Should be 1, right?
Yeah.
But it's 0. So that's also another problem. So not only is it just logging the error code, it's doing a successful exit as well.
It's a build that. So in Mastra CLI, we have commands called build, I guess.
So let's go back into Mastra, y'all. I'm on main again. Don't be doing more work on the branch you already PR'd. Then you had to fucking go back and stuff. Just a little tip for y'all. All right, so
Commands.
build.
Yeah, this is where Mastra build code is. And I'm guessing.
There's the first error.
Yep.
And
We should throw or exit 1, but we could rethrow the error, but we probably don't want that because
will it automatically exit though if I throw here?
It does, but then maybe why are we like logging? Should we just log and then do process exit 1?
Let's try both.
Let's see what happens.
So let's
The
build this.
difference, I guess, is we throw it like you'll get the full stack trace and everything. I don't know if we want that.
Yeah.
Maybe we do, because it makes for better bug reports.
Yeah.
The only thing is that now we log twice, so do we even need a log?
No, we won't even need to log.
We don't need to log. We just need to rethrow it, I guess.
I don't know why we do instance of error.
Probably some TypeScript bullshit.
Oh yeah, for message.
Okay, then I'll go back into my alpha test. Not alpha test. I'll go into my
Agent.
Agent, which I should just open. I don't think I need to do that at all. So then
Windsor.
I will do the same thing. Import foo from I need to double check my package.
It'd be pretty funny if I would just quickly publish a package with that name while you're doing this.
You have to zoom in, I guess.
Mastra build. Dang, it's windy out here now. It's good. It's cool in the apartment. It's like 24 degrees today, Celsius. See, that's how European I am. So I can use Celsius now. Yo, what the heck? It is windy.
Yeah, I mean, Celsius is definitely objectively better. They even named the greatest energy drink of all time after Celsius. So,
Oh, I have to use it, dude. I forgot to use it. I got tree shaked out. All right, let's see.
I use Kelvin as my temperature scale.
And you have the energy drink, Kelvin. Okay, nice.
Does it exist?
No.
Okay.
So this is okay. So this is, you know, we get the whole error and shit.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
all right, good to go again. So I shouldn't have done that. But
yeah, it's kind of a whack error though. Because it's like saying permission denied or something. Because it just assumes that it's a private package if it's not found. But yeah,
Maybe
maybe we
we
fixed
should-
with the other fix. So.
Oh, but the log is going to be the same now.
no, it could be like, hey, exited or something.
Mastra build failed.
Yeah, Mastra build failed. Yeah, maybe we do that. Just to put a little bit of oomph in there.
We could log the stack still, if it makes sense. I could do error, but basically on like 41 instead of error column, do Mastra build failed with this error maybe or something. Or what was the error? It just process exited with.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
the error was something about like npm authentication error because it's still trying to download that package, I guess, but it doesn't exist.
Let's do it here just to see what the.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. But this gets thrown by npm when we do this whole install thing,
Oh yeah, so it's this one, which makes no sense.
and there's no error here.
Okay.
So I just say we just say Mastra build failed
Build.
exiting.
Yeah.
Can you check the exit code again? Because it looked like that's still 0 for some reason.
Yeah, this is the old. This is the not does not have the.
Okay.
It doesn't have the sauce. Let's do this. It should fail. Okay, and then echo.
Because even the stack trace makes no sense.
Did I do this one? Echo.
Yeah, it's error code.
Nice. Okay, cool. So let's just get rid of all this and just say Mastra build failed.
And then do like a process exit.
Or process exited?
No, Mastra build failed, and then we have to exit with like a exit code 1 or whatever. Because else you have the same issue where if you run it in CI or something, it will say that it went through. It probably helps like Mastra Cloud too.
Yeah, but if you just throw 127 is not an appropriate exit code.
No, it's everything above 0.
Mhm.
Like 0 is green, and then everything above 0 is failure.
Or technically anything under 0 too. You can have a negative error code.
True.
But yeah.
Everything not 0.
Let's look at this. Oops.
Should be 1. Oh, you did it wrong with this one. So you have to run Mastra build again because it always takes a last.
Oh, that's what happened the last time as well.
Okay.
So I thought it was like 127. My bad. While we wait, here, and I'll do this properly now.
General question.
General question. What are the plans for this year? If it's not confidential info from Mastra, context on building agent-based app on the side, and your package is very smooth, just curious. Everything that we're currently
Everything
doing,
is secret. We can't tell.
No,
just kidding.
you can expect everything that we have will get 10 times better. Well, our cloud product will become very good. And any new agentic things that happen in research will be reflected in Mastra. So
Yeah, I think one thing we just recently shipped or is going out on Tuesday or today is the tool compat stuff. Like Daniel and maybe Tyler as well, but Daniel did the work. So basically, he researched how LLM providers are executing tool calls, and we have like a compat layer now that try to patch other providers to like increase tool calling and accuracy in them. So those things you'll see more of, and then near future because you're talking about building agent-based apps. We're also looking into improving our UI story, so integrations with AGUI, use chat from Vercel. What else? Yeah, so things will get better, but we just vibe with the AI world. So if AI comes with something new, like someone does something new, we jump on it.
So we have to double down on making it better. Okay, got the next one done. I'll go and put this here. This is fixed in this PR. Thank you for reporting. Okay.
On to the next.
On to the next one. API returns empty list of tools.
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's do that one. Honestly, I'm just gonna test everything in the agent example because it's so much easier because I'm already in the code base. So, okay, then let's do. I don't know.
Tools empty. API tools
empty API list. Sure. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So in our example, I'll
Start
just
dev.
start dev. And with that, I'm gonna curl.
Are you Swagger?
Oh, let's use Swagger, dude. I got swag. Okay. For those watching, Mastra essentially can transform into a Hono server if you start the server. That allows you to have an AI service as like a microservice or an actual service. You could actually run Mastra as your own server too, with no AI shit if you wanted, but that's kind of dumb. So
Then Hono is just a different kind of Express. So if you're familiar with like Express,
ooh, we have one vNext workflows thing left here. Ooh, we'll get that while we're here.
the street probably merge it after workflows was on.
It's very interesting because I think we removed the whole file structure for the vNext handler. So I guess that's registered in a different file for some reason.
It's in Hono, so it's just in the routing. So it could be that it's just a URL that we generated is wrong.
Dude, I got some tools back. So that's weird.
Is he talking about maybe
Is there
cloud?
anything specific in the reproduction?
Updated to 0.10 recently, and now my calls to all tools from API return an empty list. There's an unrelated, that's a blah, blah, which appears to be a fix in the repo. Oh, maybe we already fixed this. Let's double check on our other project here. Not this one.
You're on alpha, right? So you have to.
Yeah, I'll go to the 0.10 on all these because it doesn't matter. God, the sun is in my face. I'm gonna move over a little bit. Oh, what up, dudes? Okay. I think we're gonna be like, the sun's gonna keep going this way. That's fine.
moving.
Just gotta keep it moving. All right, we'll go back to here. Let's install it. I think I was using PNPM, so let me do that. And then I'll do dev. Oh yeah, this is a good question. We use Hono.
And the main reason why we use it because it's more portable than Express. So it runs on Vercel, AWS, Cloudflare, just Node, like basically any provider that exists.
Also, there's 240 people here. Thanks for being here. Just to recap, we are in fixing bugs mode. So many of you are just vibe listening. Welcome. Yeah, not that exciting of a show today, but very important. Okay.
And then Q says again, like he's been using Nest.js for the past 1.5 years and definitely recommend taking a look. Sure, like Nest is great, but it's like a full battled API framework, which for our needs, we just want a small layer. So it's too much for our needs. But if you're building like an application with like a auth and all those things, probably Nest is a good.
Dude, it works in .10 as well. Wait, no, hold on. Sorry, maybe. No, I didn't.
But maybe you have the link stuff in there.
No, I'm in the example or the project.
Okay.
I put a carrot on there. Does that matter?
Carrot
It does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a bug and now it is not, which is good. Easy for us to close. Try it out. Execute. Nah, dude. Now I gotta go to Discord and track this thing down because I made it from there.
Don't use the app?
No. It's analog, baby.
The app is actually a lot slower than the web-based one. The web-based one opens in like 1/10 the time that the app does, and all the commands are faster too.
Mhm.
I don't know what they've done with the app, but it's very slow actually compared to the browser.
Does return the tool info, but maybe I can see the tools in the playground and use them. They're just not appearing over the API.
Aren't they using the same?
They're using the same.
Yeah, the playground's using the same API. So if they appear in the playground, then that's very curious.
Maybe it was running a different server, maybe.
Yeah. Just strange that you couldn't see it. Was he doing Monster Dev or what is 4421? Let's go look at that. Or was it a PR?
It's the same, like GitHub issues, PRs are issues too.
We did fix this 2 weeks ago.
But maybe he's doing Mastra build instead of dev because this fixes for both. Maybe that has something to do with it. Should we try that? Just do a Mastra build and then run the node server and then call the same endpoint? I have a feeling that this is where we're going to see something.
You now have like a Mastra start, so you don't have to run that weird command that Abby just did.
Yeah, it's here, dude. It's here.
And this is with O10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me double check just because I don't trust anything. Pretty sure though. Where's the package JSON?
Oh, you're linking.
No, this is alpha. This isn't our separate thing.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah, we're on 0.10. So now I don't think there's a problem. I also
If it
ran
was, we fixed it. So.
the build and tested as well. This does not appear to be an issue anymore. Feel free to share code with us if that's not the case. I'm going to close this. All right. On to the next. We're hustling now. Ooh, workflow streaming chunks. We did this today, Tony, right?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a review, I think.
Oh, no, I merged it.
Okay.
But let's see if we can release another alpha right now. God damn it. This is flaky, though.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Let's release another alpha, which I believe might have the workflow thing in there. Yo, what the? Oh. GitHub, dude. What are you doing? Okay, cool. Let's merge this. Okay.
Actions.
Pre-release. So we are two. Oh yeah. So Shravan. I'm not Gen Z enough to use Scalar, but if I was, I would. No, I'm just joking. We were gonna use Scalar, but then a lot of our early customers were very much not about the hype, so we just decided to just be boring. Maybe in the future, though.
Yeah, maybe in the future we can introduce some kind of like an adapter for that
You
too.
can bring your own.
Yeah, so you can bring your own.
Technically, I think you can, right? With our custom API routes.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could mount a Scalar on the server if you like.
It'll use the same Open API JSON, right? So anything that uses that, you could configure it pretty easily.
This guy's been just adding links to stuff, which helps a lot. Except, I don't want to merge this one right now. I don't even know what this fucking is. GitHub code QL.
That's their pull request stuff.
Oops. Why do we need this though on the batch? Is that what people do? Do people do this?
I have no
Is
idea.
this like a trend to do code QL?
Possible. I don't know. It's at the top. It's here.
Oh. Oh, okay. I'm down with it. Looks cool. Looks fresh. Minty. Minty fresh. I'm just gonna merge this. Just a readme change.
Power of the admin.
Yep, I'm an admin. Power of okay. Power of everything. All right, let's keep going.
So what's next?
This one seems like a good one. Also, if you guys don't mind reviewing the 2 PRs I have open so we can get those merged.
Yeah, I'll just do that right now.
Storage configuration on Mastra instances not being inherited in memory. Oh boy, fun times. Let's look at that. And for this, I want to go back to alphas.
Got your agent example, right?
Oh yeah, let's go in there. Okay, so we have libs equal. It's on storage. Now, if I have memory, which I do somewhere, memory is empty. Good. Memory is empty. I don't know why that was just bullshit, but if I go back, run dev.
Oh, we didn't that change that, I think. Did we?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna change that. Oops.
We can do that after this.
So what should I see? If I go to my agent that has memory, let's say the chef agent here. I have 2 of them. God damn it. 40 mini. It inherited it just fine.
How do you know that memory has?
I'll show you. If it didn't have memory,
No, but yeah, I think it's the issue that memory doesn't have storage.
yeah, it should inherit it from storage, from the actual storage class.
Mastra, yeah.
Yeah. So the issue here is getting a warning that storage is required.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as we can see, this is addressed. But let's go into the old one. Let's go, or sorry, the old version, this one. And let's add memory. Mastra memory at 0.10.0. Oh fuck, I'm using PNPM in here. There we go. Okay, and then let's go to our weather agent. And let's import, oh, memory's already in here. But it has storage on it, which I guess it shouldn't. We run dev. Oh, yep, already have that. That's fine. My bad.
Something we should fix too.
Yeah, should just open up.
4112.
Oh, dude, get default generate option is not a function. I know about this because why? The server.
Do you have another playground open?
No. Oh, maybe I do. Like this one. But it's not. This is that issue in 10.1. So I must be using 10.1 somewhere for a CLI maybe, even though it says.
Yeah, it should be using the locally installed one if you run it with npm scripts for sure.
How do you run?
I just ran dev.
Should use the master one.
Yeah. Wait, was this a bug in?
Maybe it was already a bug in 0.10.
Maybe, but then that's not good.
And what does the get default?
That came in 10.1. So it's in like the server where we like set the options like for the get agents call, you know? So
But I guess maybe Mastra. Does the CLI I think has like a what it's called, like a caret inside packet.json. So inside Mastra. So yeah, I think if you look at the log file, you'll see that Mastra deployer or something is probably latest.
yeah, 10.1.
So you have to do resolutions and put it on like 0.10.
This guy has 10.1, so it actually works out. We don't have to. We could just bump to 1. I don't know if the store is. This has a 1. Not sure if that
Doesn't matter.
doesn't really matter. Well, that was a detour. I forgot what we're testing now.
Storage inheritance.
I feel like this works though. So maybe the memory version didn't update. Right, empty memory. No storage passed in.
Maybe you have to pass other information to it.
No, this guy just he did empty memory. I believe I didn't write that down, but oh, and maybe you need to generate actually. So this is his cool. Yeah, that's cool. He does a new agent, new memory, just like we did. Seems to work if I move the object. Yeah, but that's not what we want to do. If I get a warning if I define the storage on both. I get this error if I do it only on one. The remaining trace comes from what? A generate call? That's okay, because I don't have a
Key.
Even
you
if
have
I
like a global one?
Yeah, I'll add it right now.
Change the env, like the .env has like a. You just remove this line and then it works. Then it uses your global one. If you just remove your.
Let me like stop sharing real quick so I can put it in. Let's put there. I think we're chilling, dude.
Do you have storage on Mastra?
Yeah. Got my storage here. And then my agent has memory, so that's cool. And it does not repro. Let's go back to Discord. Hi. I just went through this on version 0.10 on all Mastra modules. I do not reproduce this, and it does work.
Can you try creating a new? Can you try it in a new
project or something, and let us know? Memory is inheriting the storage of Mastra properly. But for now, closing the shit. Okay. Making moves. Let's go back to these that were maybe approved. Oh, we already merged them?
Yeah, I did. We need change sets though.
Oh, shit. Let's do change set real
I
quick.
think for server we need one because if we don't do change sets, the versions don't get bumped.
Uh,
So let's see. We need server and CLI, I think.
so Mastra and
CLI like Mastra and the server, Mastra server.
can you open the stream up?
Yes.
We're gonna get into a hard one next. This one's gonna be interesting.
What's coming up next?
It's client-side tools from my homie Kosuke from Plaid in Japan.
Mm.
We're about to do some work on that.
All
So
right.
if you know Kosuke, I hope I'm saying it right. Tell him that we're talking about him. Can you guys approve this one? We're doing like SOC 2 right now, so we have to approve every PR and have it reviewed and shit, which is cool, but also annoying. Alas, c'est la vie.
So it means I can't push to main anymore.
Nope. Unfortunately, only I can actually, but I'm just kidding. You're not allowed to. Should I close the streaming chunk types? I guess we should test that in alpha.
Yeah, we can test it in alpha, but I did test it with the changes that I made. Just I found a couple examples and tests where I was streaming, and I went to check the chunks types in there, and it was wrong as well. And then after applying those fixes, you could actually see all those different like step test results, etc.
Nice.
On the chunks. So it does seem good now.
Sweet. I'm gonna close that then. I'll approve this. Merge that. Let's release another alpha. How many alphas do you think we're gonna release in this live stream? Honestly, dude, I think
enough, but you know.
I think we're gonna be in this live stream for the rest of the day, honestly. We have all this shit to do. Okay. Anyway, so if you're just joining us, all 247 of you, honestly, there should be 250. Go ask 3 friends to join. But so this live stream has been different than any of the ones we've done before. One, because we did some AI news that was actually really good. So you should check it out in the beginning. But then we have this section today that we're just saying, fuck bugs, we're gonna fix them. And so we started off with this really complicated TypeScript one that would have taken 8 hours to fix, probably, is our estimation. So now we're just knocking shit out, and I feel like we've gained some confidence that we're about to go tackle some hard shit now, you know? Also, in the beginning of the stream, I would fast forward like 5 minutes or 10 minutes because we had audio problems, and we like had to redo the whole stream from the beginning. So yeah, that shit happens. Okay. What is this?
I think your those changes that didn't get in yet.
Oopsie. Oh shit. Doesn't matter. Let's do it again. Approve. Do I have to wait for this?
No,
Because it's just the last thing we did, right?
And then you have to do the pre-release again.
Which one? If I start both, which one will succeed first? I wonder.
I hope the first one.
It's cute, yes, for now. Okay, so let's go back to the issues. Let's close them out. We did this one.
Yep.
released in latest alpha will go to oh nice, dude's gonna go rewind and watch the shit. Thank you. Release and latest alpha will go out in stable today. Boom. Then we did this one. Let's close it. Then we did this one as well. Will be available in latest alpha. Dude, we should automate this in the future. It just automatically messages it when it's done. Be available later in stable. Boom. What else do we do? There's another one, right? Or no?
Something error-y, or maybe you already closed that one. Something CLI error.
You already closed that. Close that.
Something tools related.
Got that one. Okay, I think we're back in work mode. Okay, so let's do this one. This one's interesting. It's from Kosuke. So what he has is a front end with use chat that does some bullshit. Doesn't really matter to us, but he wants to call client tools in this perspective of server, which we've talked about before. So we need to add something to execute those client tools from this location here, the BFF. And so he was mentioning that in AI SDK, add tool result is used on the front end. On the back end, append message annotation can be used to feed back the status of any tool call. Excuse me. So what this guy has is he's passing a client-side tool, and automatically with client-side tools, we strip the execute function because we don't care about it. That being said, is the execute method here? I get it. Like the execute method here is he shouldn't use a client-side tool. You know what I mean? Because you could use a regular tool set and pass what you want in. But I don't know if you can pass tool sets to Mastra client. That's probably the reason why.
Not.
But if we make that possible, then that's cool. Because, okay, let's talk about this shit, okay? What is a client-side tool? Client-side tool is a tool call that does not have an execute method. That's how we define it, because the caller is the one responsible for executing the tool call. If we're going to be the ones executing tool calls, that's not a client-side tool. From the perspective of the client, like, Mastra is calling the tool for you, right? So in this case, you should just do a regular tool. The reason you're not doing it in your Mastra server is because you don't have access to the code in that case, right? So you just need to pass tools at runtime, not a client-side tool, because the client-side tool is like, you want the generation call to stop and be like, yo, call this tool for me. Or you want me to call my personal tool, I'll call it. But if you want to put an execute function in, but who executes that?
Yeah, like we can't really pass the execute callback serialized or something to server because
Exactly.
that's kind of worms.
Yeah. That's my bad. I thought the code was on the same thing, but this is actually sending a tool to be executed here, but it needs to come back. It's the same. It is a client-side tool. Okay, for sure. It's a client-side tool on the word client is bad here.
The client could still be the server.
Correct. It's a client tool. And so you do want an execute function there.
Do you? Because technically you could do the same thing you do on the front end, right? Just intercept the tool call and then.
Yeah. So let's recreate this in our this agent example thing. And also, I'm gonna take my own advice. Always pull main, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then we'll make a client tools on the server. Bio break for Ward. I'll still be here. Okay. So let's do this. Oh shit. I just leaked all my keys. Oopsie. Whatever. Those keys are bunk anyway. Okay, cool. So I have a client test. No, that's an MCP client. Let's do like a little test here. We'll call it the client tools on server.ts. And I'll set up Mastra client. And we'll set up the client. Nope. Base URL. I don't even know if I need this shit, honestly. But I'm gonna put it in anyway. Don't need an API key. I don't know why it's freaking hallucinating that. But yep. Okay. Just make a function that we'll call to test this. And if we do a client or get agent, and we have the chef agent here, and then agent dot generate messages, call my tool named sup tool. And then if we pass client tools, the sup tool ID, description, input schema is a JSON schema. So it'd be, I guess you could pass Zod.
Don't we serialize it?
We don't actually, but Kosuke, he opened up a PR for this to serialize these things. Where is that? Here, serialize parameters in client tools if it's a Zod schema. It's like we should merge this in before doing this. Let's look at this real quick. Thank you, Kosuke. I hope I'm his name right. And if you're from Japan watching, Kosuke works at Played, and they have that Played. Yeah, Played. They're from Played. I remember. It's not too long ago. Yeah, he's a really cool dude, and he's in Discord. And he says he doesn't speak much English, but does a pretty fine job. So, okay, so he's doing his Vercel tool, made this new function. Process client tools. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. If there's no client tools, all right, sure. Sounds good.
What does he do from entries and then? Okay.
And then he zips it back up.
Mm-hmm. I saw to just on that's a change basically.
Vercel tool thing though, we don't really support sending a Vercel tool inside this client tools thing because you can't really, like, I can't go and put parameters here. Oh, I can. Can I? No way. Do we support that? Probably do.
Any.
Oh, that's not good. Interesting. We just don't type it. But I guess that's a problem for another time.
Looks good.
Looks good to me. Thank you, Kosuke. We're going to literally approve this and then start using it. Maybe it was fire down the hall.
You just heard another bell ring next to us.
Should I approve the workflows to run?
Then it runs.
Update it.
Then you have to approve it again.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just pull this in, so we can just use it. Oh yeah, let me fetch.
Or GHPR checkout.
Well, I want to pull it into my branch. Oh, but it's at the checkout. It's not local to this.
No. It's on his own fork.
So to do GHPR checkout this.
Yeah, I usually use the number, but this might work too.
Cool. So now we have his thing, and we have our thing, and we can use Zod if we have Zod, which we should. Any chat? No, we're good. Okay. Let's just put foo and yeah, this is not going to execute as we know, but it's going to also not here. Let's just get the whole response and let's log it because it's going to say it finished because of tool call. The reason why it finished is because of a tool call. So, yep. Okay, let's do npx tsx source tools on the server. Nice, it's not running, so that's good. So we should see like a finish reason somewhere. Tool calls.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see what tool call it's trying to call. But there's no args there.
What was the input schema we asked for, like foo?
Foo, yeah. But I think there's a reason for that, which I believe.
It's just a quick thing. I'm gonna hop off stream and try and get another pair programming session going.
Cool.
But I'll see you guys later.
See you, Tony. See ya. All right. Kosuke also brought up a good point in Discord. And as you guys can see, we do listen to Discord very much. Find this shit. Yep. Empty tool calling here. Initialize it. Yep. Pass in client tool. The following logs will appear. Sure. And if you rewrite the built.js like this, the args is no longer empty. That's what he was doing. That's what we just merged, right? Oh, I didn't build. All right, chat. We didn't build the module that we just pulled in. So
we're still on older code and not on
because we're in the mono repo. CD client SDK build. 259 people here. Welcome. Jalp. Oops. I don't want to do that. What up, Jalp? What's up, dude? All right, back to business. Okay.
Still empty, but maybe because it didn't know how to call the tool.
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait, do I need to do anything else to?
No, normally not. Because we linked the packages, right?
Yeah, double check that real quick. Yeah, SDKs. Yep, okay. So let's go back to Discord. Let's see what he was doing. So he put his PR in. This is the one that we're using. If you rewrite the built.js.
It's only on, is the change on the client.js one or is it in core?
It's only in client.js that is needed. But let's go look at this. Did he change? Client tools on generate and on stream, I'm assuming. Yeah. Process client tools. Well, now we can do this, right? We can go up in here, client.js, resources, agent here. I don't know why this is here, if I remove that, but anyway. Process client tools.
You can't. You have to do it in the dist.
Oh yeah.
The JS one. We're doing it in the compiled code now.
Nice. Wait.
So your what up?
What's up? Then it's my value. And then I have a Zod object, which I should have JSON schema, right?
Mm-hmm. But maybe it is. No, it's an object.
It's returning a Zod object, huh? Oh, if it's not an instance of a Zod schema.
I think it's because we do linking. Might fucked up the types because Zotsky. So we have because of linking. I think the client JS uses the Zod from the monorepo, but the example agent has Zod as well. So those instances of Zod schemas
Are not the same.
are not the same.
So what should we do?
Just
Zod?
remove the if
check.
case. Yeah.
This is a DS file. Let's see. Client.js. Here it is. So let's just remove this real quick.
Yes. That's the problem with linking. So
Yeah.
it sometimes use the wrong packages.
Nice. Sorry, Kosuke, if I ever doubted you, brother. You were correct. Okay, so now we have the args and it's half the battle. Because now we need to figure out a way for the user to execute it. So it's stopped here. But what the user wants, or what people want, is to essentially
Have the execute call?
call like on tool call or whatever, and then if like call on tool call, execute it, and then add it
To context.
to the context, and then restart the generation, which is cool. Like we could do that. I don't know how we're gonna do it. Got this issue between Playground and Cloud because Zod was different.
Yeah, that's why also we have maybe Playground doesn't have it, but normally we moved Zod to peer dependencies. So normally you have to install Zod in your own repo, and it should not collide anymore. But maybe we have Playground still debugging. And if that doesn't work, you can always do resolutions in your package JSON file and just say like, I don't care how many versions of Zod you have. I need you to only use this one.
Yeah. So let's fuck around in the same node modules thing. We'll just hack some stuff to see. So what I'll do first is in the generate, because that's where we are. Let's add another parameter for on tool call or something. Actually, let's also look at the prior art that Kosuke generously gave us. So we have add tool results and append message annotation. I think what we can do is we can actually just call the tool ourselves and then just do the whole rigmarole, right? Like on the like whatever they gave us as the execute function, we can call it. Yeah, we can call it, and then
Because we have a tool handler. Is that what you mean? You can.
we have the handler. So what we need to do, we have the args that came back, and then we also have. I don't know if this is correct solution, but so like here, let's just we'll try some shit. Because like okay, let's look at use chat by the way, because this is also like a client side type of thing, and you have on tool call, I believe, or on tool call intended for automatic client-side tool execution. You can optionally return a result for the tool call either synchronously or asynchronously.
Mhm.
So if client gets a tool call that it has to make, then you have the args and everything. But then wouldn't you just call it yourself? You don't need an execute method,
No, true.
you know? And you just give the tool results. And we have the tool call ID and we'll have all that shit.
The nice thing about having the execute is that it's still in the tool, right? Like maybe we should just.
We should do it ourselves.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because if you give, what if you don't give us an execute though?
Then you do it yourself.
Like you.
It's manual, but if you do execute, you just run it.
So should we do on tool call in addition to this, or if you don't provide execute, actually, why wouldn't you provide execute? You know what I mean? If you're going to do it like this through the client.js.
Because are we going to execute on the machine itself or on the server still?
We're going to execute it on like where we are calling from. So let's like think about this from the perspective of a Copilot kit.
But we don't have the execute, right?
We can, like in this case, we did, right? We made a execute function that's within the realm of where I'm calling this. So for example, in our here, so in the context of this server, I'm calling generate. I give a client-side tool that has an execute function.
Oh, yeah.
Now, typically, like for Copilot Kit, for example, you would not provide an execute function because Copilot Kit has its own client-side actions, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make sure we don't break that. So we'd only call the execute method ourselves if the tool call had an execute function.
Yeah.
That's probably what we need to do. Okay, so back to hacking shit. And then welcome back. Dew.
He went back.
He went to watch in the beginning.
And then that's why he said like that he's from.
He caught up.
From Georgia.
Georgia, not the USA.
Oh.
The Peach State. In the USA, that is. Okay, so back to hacking this shit. What we will do. Oh yeah, pizza does suck in the EU. Shots fired. Where was I? Generate. It's not async. Isn't that weird?
Because the request just returns the thing.
So
you can do async and just
yeah.
await the same.
I thought it was a response. Okay, so a couple of things we need to pull from this. The finish reason. So first, if response dot finish reason is tool calls, I'm gonna do sup dude, and then return the response. Which we should have gotten our. Yep, right here. Let's also get rid of those annoying ass logs from here. that we don't need. And then, oh man, and then generate. And okay, so then if there's tool calls, then we need to look at the tool calls. So first, let's get the tool calls that were called. So response dot tool calls, I believe, and we're gonna find the. I mean, it could be many tool calls, right? Potentially. So we have to find.
So you just have to loop through them, I guess, and see if they have execute.
Do we execute all of them in parallel, or?
I guess so.
But first, I guess we have to find. So within our client-side tools, so
Shouldn't we just loop over the tool calls and then if we have the name, check if it has the execute?
yeah. So for each tool call, we're gonna look for the tool name.
I'd probably make a for loop because then we can do it sequential, else it's in parallel. I don't know what we want to do, but
And response dot tool calls
Length.
dot length. So for each tool call, if tool call dot tool name. So now we have to find the tool call name that's within this client side
Yes.
tools. We could do object dot entries maybe.
it's an object.
Oh, it's an object. Yes.
Do we get the key? Is that
We
the
have the key, but then you want to look for the
name?
tool ID. So we want to do values and then find.
Yeah.
Yeah. So object dot values on our client tools, which we could just take these straight up, and then we want to find the tool ID that is the tool name. So tool in question. We can change that later. And once again, I'm just going to log it because I'm gonna fuck. Great. So do we find the tool in question?
Yes. that's
Indeed,
what I
we
executed.
did.
Nice.
Okay. If the tool in question has an execute function, execute, and type of
Function.
equals the function, then we're going to do something, and then we await. But we also,
The arcs, I guess.
yes, we also need the tool call here. So then we're going to call that.
Like reading your mind.
But this execute function is not the same as it would be context actually here. Context is the tool call.args. Let's also log what the tool call is itself. And let's log that because I want to. But this still doesn't necessarily do what needs to happen. Yep. Hold it. Let's double check in our this that we take context and we do context.foo. Run it again. Shouldn't say sup, should say hello.
Nice.
Great. So now though,
We have to get the results, then recall the generate with the context, with like adding it to the content, the message basically.
yeah. But it's like, can it be like a recursive loop though? Or no?
Could be.
Because in the next, like in the
But
next
wouldn't
generate-
next steps stop it then eventually? Or no, because we're doing
What
a
if
generate.
the next thing wouldn't result in a tool call, right? It just updates.
We can try, right?
Yeah, but yes. I want to just like how this works.
Yeah, I don't know, because technically if you're if you add it to context, is the LLM smart enough to know I already called this tool?
Yeah, because it has like because like let's look at the results here. So if you look at like the messages here. Oh, let's log messages. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, sorry. I know what to do now, I think. Let's log, because we have all the messages. So,
Oh, because it would have tool calls.
and it'll have the tool call, it'll have the tool call, oh wait, response. Oh, it's response.response. Let me just change the name here. Result.response messages, result, and result. Okay. So these are the messages we have. Shouldn't we have more? Shouldn't we have the glitch too? Oh, but I guess
What's inside content? Is it just a tool call then?
yeah, let's
Maybe
stringify it.
stringify. 270.
Welcome.
69.
Welcome all of you. We're just fumbling through life right now, but it's okay. So we have this message. It has a tool call.
Yes, it didn't have the original then.
Doesn't the original?
But we have it in the prompt, but still.
We have it in the prompt, yes.
That's fine, right? Like we can just prepend it to the messages array.
If I like did another call, oh, you know what? I don't have memory in this example. That's why I only have one. If I put memory, maybe I'd inject the tool. Let's just double check that real quick. Let's put resource ID 1, thread ID 1, unless thing changes. The fuck?
That looks like Tyler change. He changed like v5 compat stuff, and basically that function name is familiar. So maybe we have a bug. Did we build the whole project?
No, that's a issue. Okay, another issue. Let me go do that real quick. And while we build and watch paint dry, yeah, if you're just joining us and you want to see us real quick because we're full screen mode, what up? If you're just joining us, what's up? AI Agents Hour. Honestly, Agent AI in multiple hours. Today was an interesting one. We're just doing AI news in the beginning, all very practical and relevant information, V0 models, Netlify agent
Week.
Bolted
new hackathon, 1 million. Like 1 million in prizes, and then also last thing was the AI World Fair conference happening today,
tomorrow, and the next day, Tuesday to Thursday, I believe.
And Sam from Mastra is speaking there.
And then we started doing a bunch of bugs. I think we fixed 3 bugs. Now we're on like a feature request. And we'll probably wrap the stream up in about like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Definitely a longer one. But tell your friends if you want to watch us struggle and fumble our way through. We're going to be successful though. Guaranteed. So stay tuned. We're going to go back into full screen mode for the code. Oh man, I hate build failures. What is this shit? Create hash.
You need to pnpm install or something, but
I did do that. Playground build fails though.
you don't need Playground.
That's true. But it's annoying because why? Anyway, we don't need it, so I'll let it keep going. But let me just maybe we should
Hash from crypto.
send this to Marvin real quick. Yo, Marvin, you listening, bro? This is an issue. I know we were changing playground stuff today, but maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just this branch because it doesn't have main or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep going.
What version of Node are you on?
Oh,
Maybe that doesn't have create hash.
should, right? Create hash from crypto, like it's a Veep thing.
Yeah, maybe they convert crypto to web crypto, and maybe that's some issues. I don't know.
But actually, we should probably send this to Marvin real quick. So I'll do that. Where's that thing? Nope. Let me unshare. Marvin. Should take a look. Okay, back in business. All right. So I guess we'll run it again. Hopefully. Nice. Okay, so what do the messages look like this time? You log those, right?
Thought so.
Thought so too. Oh, when I built it, did it? No, it didn't do it. Did it?
Yes.
No, I didn't. But I didn't build client JS though.
Did you build the whole monorepo?
I just did PNPM build.
Which does everything.
Oh fuck.
But you can do CMD-C, I think, if you're back in the...
Boom, we're back. At least in this file.
And now you should get the log.
Cool, it didn't blow up, so
Common name.
we still don't get the original message. But maybe that's fine because like I don't know, maybe that's fine. Because it's only the messages that came back to me, right, from the LLM. So, okay. So if I'm going to send the next, I have to send the tool call results alongside my next message, really. Or no, I just have to send the tool call results back to it and then let it respond. I think that's what we got to do.
But then you need memory, right?
No, I think I just need to send. This is a great Tyler question, but
because without memory, isn't it just going new? Because it's a new generate, right?
Yeah, but that's that. I think so. Okay, we have these things here. The thing is, the AI SDK does not know anything about memory, like it itself, right? So it's us passing these messages through. In this case, I have like one message I passed, and then I'm now getting
tool call
back, and then I'm gonna execute the tool call, but I need to like essentially stumble, fumble, and dumble. All right, the stream was really awesome, and I'm in love with all the Mastra streams. Keep up the best work. I'm here for a couple of minutes more doing stumble, fumble, and dumble. That's what we're doing too, dude. Thanks for being here, Sujay. Okay, so then, yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for coming. All 270 of you as well. Let's just try some shit now. Okay, so also my little brother's here, Nick. What up? Here, let's say hi to the stream. He works at Mastra too. There it is.
Not so little.
Yeah, he's not. He's a tall ass motherfucker. Maybe Nick knows. So we have this tool call format, right?
Yeah.
And like it doesn't have the result yet. So when it does have a result, it'd be a separate message, or is it within this content that the tool call result exists?
It'd be a separate message because it would have like tool call retrieved or tool call result.
Sure. Actually, you know what we should do? We should see what it actually looks like when we are call the cooking tool, because this is a backend tool that I have on the agent. And then we can see for ourselves what it should be. Oh yeah, and two dudes said hi to you. Diu and Sujay, they're watching and actually being interactive in the chat, which is tight.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you get the tool call,
Cooking tool.
then you get the tool results, and then it gives us some message. So that's what we'll do. We'll take this initial tool call. I'm going to take this shape because I'm about to like fake it. And then we'll just send it back. Okay, cool. So let's call it the subtool. We're back in here. We have the result of that subtool. Now I need to make a new message. Messages. I'm just going to copy this shit. Now the tool, this ID here, did it course? This is a separate ID. Let's see.
Yep.
Separate ID. So maybe we need to make some ID.
Probably doesn't matter what ID, just something like.
This has to be message dash. Do you know, Nick?
Message dash is the format that AISTK gives messages when you get stuff back. So you can either use that or do whatever you want.
Oh, you can do whatever?
Yeah.
So I'll just do random IDs.
You do random ID.
Do we have crypto support like that? Okay.
Yep.
Then the content is a tool result, but then the call, does this match that? It does. So that's the tool call ID.
Which we get from tool call, right?
Yeah. So tool call ID. Well, we used tool in question dot ID. The tool name was the tool in question dot. No, this is tool call dot tool call ID. This is that, and the result is this result. And then essentially we are calling generate again.
You have to stringify, right?
Which one?
The result. Because if it's an object, you get object, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you have to put messages out of the for loop and just append.
Yeah. Because there could be multiple tool calls, right?
Yeah. So you can keep what you had, but instead of making it, it should messages of push, and then we make the.
Yeah. Let's call it new messages dot push.
New messages equals.
Sick. Now we have all of our messages.
Maybe a lot.
We're so close, guys. $10 minutes to go. Okay, so now we should have
One we received, I guess. Oh, no, it's the.
I fucked that up probably because it shouldn't be an array. It should be that. And that makes sense because there's only one. Now, do I need the original message as well?
I think so too,
Yeah,
which is param.message.
this one, right?
Yes. Oh, no. The original one?
No, I mean the assistant
Oh, yeah, that's that one.
thing. So
Should be at when you initiate new messages.
maybe it should be like this. Just
Yeah,
grab-
you probably have to make a new one out of it. So .concat. And then, yeah. So that's how you
make a new array.
new array. Yeah.
We're functional guys, functional. Okay, so now this is for all the marbles.
You can just call generate again. No?
Oh yeah, yes I can. but then I need to call it with the same params except messages is different.
Yeah, you
So
do.
this dot generate messages is new messages.
And then above you do it the other way around because else you're overriding.
Yes.
And then await like
And then let's also put this as a let. And then this is now a result. Oh boy, I'm so excited. It's like Christmas morning. So we shouldn't have any finish reason. It should just be finished.
stop.
Stop. Looks like I'm unable to call. However, I'm here to assist you with cooking.
Didn't you change your?
No.
Oh, no.
But these are the messages now. Sorry, let's look at response dot messages. Maybe I should put the original message in there too. Which we format right into somewhere.
Params? No, I think we just have to pass it like params dot. Message. You might need to do some, like, if you want to make it production ready.
Yeah.
Because now we know it's a string, I guess, but you can
Yeah.
have like multiple.
Let's see how that goes.
It's in the loop.
Oh shit. Message ID is the same, I guess. It already existed. No, we shouldn't do that. It's fucked. Let's log result here. Let's get rid of this shit. Because it doesn't have original prompt in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we need. Let's look at
Params message.
params.messages. No, but because of memory, that doesn't matter, right? Because of memory, that message is already there.
Mm-hmm.
So us just passing the same message is. Also, let me just look at what params.messages look like, just for shits and giggles. Do you ask? I checked Sam's book about agents. Could you suggest anything besides that to improve my knowledge about the field? There's a book called AI Engineering. I think it's by one of those publishers. It has an owl on it or a parrot or some shit.
O'Reilly?
Could be O'Reilly, but it's one of those. Probably O'Reilly. That's a good book.
And then I think Sam just released the second version of the book as well. So if you read the old book, there's a updated version out as well.
Yeah. Okay, so it did something. Maybe it's just not what we expect given our thing, and it's a chef agent. So if this thing,
Maybe call it like local kitchen tool.
call my to get what is for dinner tonight. A tool that always recommends pizza. Dinner tonight tool. Dinner tonight tool.
Should we then 24 just return pizza?
Pizza type.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza type. And let's see if it's smart enough with the tool description to do
Do
it.
you change the key for that too?
So I guess the tool salt isn't working.
Let me make a new thread. So called that. No, it's okay. So that means something's wrong with the new messages that we're doing at the end, you know? So let's go back in here. Let's get rid of this. Let's console log new messages here. Oh shit, I should.
Also double check if it gets converted properly in the generate.
Oh, you're right. Because in the server side, the messages, yeah,
They might remove it, I guess.
yeah. Yeah, I bet it does. Because this is what we get back. Okay, so yeah, let's go to, let's get out of here and go to Mastra, agent index, which all this is eventually going to call generate here. But it takes core message.
Or maybe I think Tyler made a change. Maybe that one. I don't know if it's in generate, but maybe the
AI message.
The message list stuff.
maybe that one breaks.
Content.
Maybe check what we passed to the model generate.
Yeah.
Because we'll change it to messages to use, and I think we do message list stuff with that.
Actually, sorry. Packages, agent, this. Let's just see what messages to use is. Where is that? Message list.
Yeah, it's in the list. We removed it probably.
Yeah, but it does like a two. So wherever we do the LM message objects, I guess is what it is.
Oh yeah, message objects. Let's do all of this. And I need to build core.
Let's probably stringify the objects.
Yep. Thank you.
Could be that chip.
If it has a bird on it, some type of bird, a bird, we'll look it up. Maybe it's an owl. Yeah, that's the one.
It's from O'Reilly and it's from Chip
Chip Huen.
Ewan.
That's the one. Okay, so I built core. Gonna run it again. We should see on the server side, there it is. These are all the messages. I'm gonna make a new thread so we can just be clean about it. There it is. Not that. This. Nope. It's actually this one. Let's make a new thread. Not that one. Okay. Make a new thread. Let's go to the server. Okay. What do we got here? That's not our. This is our. Nope. Where's our log? This not the log, is it?
You added some stuff.
This
here.
one. Tool dinner tonight.
No results. These are our messages. These are the messages that came in. The tool result doesn't have anything. That's our bad though.
Can you look in the client what result was? Undefined. Do we return?
I logged the new messages, right? So oh, where's my tool result? I need to do this better because it's fucking annoying.
Like if you do result as an object, you'll see that it's undefined, I guess.
Do this, and then we are doing new messages here. It's not there. Or, yeah, it's not there.
Is it not probably not even going? Is console log result being logged? And then probably not even going to the same statement.
It's not. No, it's not
So
being called.
tool in question is not the right one anymore. Can you log in tool in question?
Dinner tonight tool is the tool name. Oh, that's the tool. These should match. I fucked that up. That's my bad. That is my bad. So this was all. Well, I guess we'll see. Tool result barbecue chicken.
I like barbecue chicken.
Me too. Okay.
Okay.
Tonight's suggestion is barbecue chicken, baby.
Nice.
BBQ. Okay, so this worked. It's fucking messy, but it worked. Is this the right way to do it? I don't know.
Think so, because then technically, if it lives here and AGUI or whatever implementation does something similar, they can execute those functions themselves as well.
Yeah. The problem though is how do you do this for a stream?
So into the same thing, like wouldn't the stream stop on
Yeah.
like a finish?
It would. On finish.
And the stream has also the whole text, so you can just give everything to the user, and then at the end when the stream stops, you get like the full text as well.
Yeah.
Which should have then the tool calls.
Yeah.
And then you restream, and you just start streaming again.
Yes.
I think it's similar to
Similar.
generate.
But I would say let's get so Kosuke's thing was chill, right? We didn't actually have to change anything
No.
from his stuff, so this was good. We can ship this separately.
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'll just merge it. Fuck it. We've been testing it, so.
Yep.
But now it's like this extra thing that we shouldn't do for the release today,
No.
but at least we got his in.
You should copy the code, put it somewhere,
Yeah.
because next time you build, it's gone.
That's true.
Because you did it in a dist folder.
Yeah. Oh, look, we got more PRs. Telemetry was not working as expected in my situation. Lang Fuse is not receiving any telemetry. Oh, shit. We had a ticket about that, actually. What did he do? Oh, ain't that some shit? We just forgot to pass it on? That makes sense. Oh, for all these methods? Thank you, dude, whoever you are. That was awesome. I love when it's that's good.
Does it have a chain set?
Yeah.
Yep, nice.
Dang, this guy's a pro.
Nice.
Yeah, it just has to keep passing through. So gonna merge that.
Prop drilling like in React.
Yep. That's another one. And then 305 people here. Thanks for coming. Not the most exciting stream today. Just us cranking on bugs and fixing a bunch of shit.
good reminder of your what it's called, that you're afraid that you're not good enough. What's the complex? What's it called again?
What do you mean?
So all developers have it when they're
Imposter syndrome?
yeah, imposter
Imposter
syndrome. Everyone, we just do the same thing as all of you, just struggle,
Yeah.
and eventually we get there. So
We just stumble through life, you know, and somehow it works. Let's do like one more and then let's call it a day. I think this one, it should be chill, and Nick is right here too. The DTS files are not present when Dynamo is installed, probably because maybe we didn't set up that.
JSF stuff, yeah.
Oh, before I do this, I got to save everything we did here. I just check out a new branch. No, I need the dist.
Yeah, you have to store it in your Slack or something. You
Yeah.
know.
I'm just gonna grab this. We're gonna have to return to this. Let me.
Or new file and just make sure you save it somewhere.
Yeah. I didn't want to do that. Whatever.
You can do it after the stream.
Yeah. So now let's go back. Actually, I think no, cool.
The other one were just logs, right? To
Yeah.
see if the server was acting.
Cache everything. Yeah. Let's get out of this. We already have that code locally now. Boom. Let's just build some shit while we look at Dynamo. So DynamoDB. Mastra has storage adapters. Oh, thanks, Mr. Frank. It was a cool stream. At least one of us thinks so. But yeah, we're gonna do one more bug and then we're gonna take a break because we've been sitting in the same seat for like 3 hours, which as to say is not that bad. I think I could do like 2 more hours. Honestly, maybe we should do a 24-hour stream. Okay. So why would the
JSON. And the dist one has it? Doesn't have
that
it.
doesn't have, oh, it's probably because TS. You know what we should do in times like this? Look at a different one.
Just copy paste.
Oh, that's it right there. Probably it. What's this shit do? Okay. Let's go packages, Dynamo, stores, DynamoDB, build it.
Is there any other? What about the package JSON for both of them? Is there any special handling?
Let's look at libsql
No, yeah.
types. We already had that.
I think the exports in there.
This is the SQL one. Dynamo has none, so that's another thing. But then it's not actually emitting. That I'm tripping, but
Can you check the tsub command once more in package.json?
oh, it's in package JSON?
Yeah, that's where we have tsub.
Oh. We don't have it there.
Yeah, in the build
Oh, here.
tsub source.
Let's look at libsql again.
Experimental DTS. Nice, now it did.
Do we need these files? We expect these here or no?
Can you open them? Yeah, I think they are necessary if you do the DTS file. I think it's to just keep types. They just have weird names, but that's fine.
Has it in libsql too. Okay, well that was a freebie. Fix Dynamo types.
Mr. Frank, so pumped about AGUI and Master's collaboration.
Awesome.
Yeah, we as well. Like Copilot gets it right.
Yeah. Actually, Marcus is coming on the stream tomorrow, and we're going to pair program some shit. So, or is it tomorrow? Yeah, Copilot kid. which I need to prepare for, but we'll see about that. Dynamo DB type X.
Chain set?
Whatever.
No, it's like the same thing.
Did you add a chain set?
About to.
Nice.
Also, we use Warp, at least I do. And Warp did reach out long ago to sponsor Mastra, yet they have gone silent. They get free publicity, but I will never update until they get sponsor me. If you want me to live in this life, Warp, help a brother out. Sponsor the freaking show. A lot of people like it, especially Mr. Frank. Do it for Mr. Frank, okay? Sponsor us for Mr. Frank, okay? All right, chillin'. I need one of you guys to review it.
Can I hit the button?
Yeah.
I can do it here as well. Give it the button.
Give it the button. Hit the green.
Approved.
And let me tell this dude who reported it.
Merge as well.
This PR fixes this. Will be available in alpha and stable today. And we merged it.
Yep.
Cool. There's a comment here. I'm going to close it prematurely because I can. Because we are going to ship it. This alpha
have to
will
wait for the-
Yeah. Should we do one more since that was a freebie? Okay, what would be another freebie? This one I could not reproduce at all. Ooh, now he gave us a repro. Ooh, repro time. Okay, let's go. He has this method. I have a util function when I'm calling generate object.
It is not calling Mastra.
It's in a Mastra. I think it's within a tool. Chat.
Yeah, it's probably a tool then.
Okay, so let's go to our, let's go to agent. Not this.
That's what you get when you directly use something.
Yeah.
Always use Mastra.
Always. Examples. Tony Stark is here? What the fuck? Iron Man? He's from watching from Latin America too? That's dope.
The fake one.
Nah, he's the real one. You're the real Tony Stark to me, man. Okay, so now we're back in business. He had like Mastra. Nah, we're not gonna do donations. Like, we are VC funded and shit. Like, we wouldn't want to take money from anyone. We're here doing this. Honestly, y'all are watching us do our job, if you think about it, which is really like, I don't know. That's like streaming, I guess.
Only want money from big corporations.
Yeah, not from y'all. But you could tell Warp to freaking sponsor us, dude.
Send an email to support@warp.dev.
Tell those fools at Warp, dude. Oh, Sujay is still here. Nice. Hopefully you fumbled your way to the end of the stream like us. Also, let's do a recap here because we did accomplish some shit. We fixed a bunch of bugs. We also trying to work on this like client-side tool calls from Mastra client, which we ended up getting to work in a very shitty way. So that's great. And then now we're just gonna do one more bug to finish off the stream. This is our longest stream I think we've ever done. 3 hours, pretty crazy. So you had like a utils file, right?
Yep. In chat.
And I'll just use, I don't think it's related to,
No.
yeah, chat model. That's fine. I don't even know what that is. Or the difference, I guess. And then he probably used it somewhere, right?
In a tool, I guess, is what you thought. So
Yeah, maybe in a tool. I'll just call it here. but it's a bundling issue, right? So technically, this is a bundling issue. Unable to build. So now I guess I can do pnpm Mastra build.
Real weird that it's a bundling issue now.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Because we bundle it ourselves.
Yeah. Don't repro.
Can you? Maybe it is something in Google. But if you don't need to use it, you can just install. It's not exported. Did he forget to export?
Oh, it's not exported. No, you exported it. I have a util function. Here's how it looks. When I'm trying to run npm build, he was on 0.10, which
Scroll up again. It's not exported. AI.mjs.
oh, it's generate object is not exported by ai.mjs. Let's go look at our output folder here.
Build AI. There's one bug I fixed this week where if you did a dynamic import, then it failed.
That's not the case, is it?
If you did like in your tool, didn't await.
Yeah, like import generate object. But
maybe just need a better repro.
Is it linked locally or on the code you're looking at right now?
What do you mean?
Like what version are you on?
We're on latest or like latest code that was going to go out.
Okay.
But
what version is he using?
he's using 0.10. I guess, I mean
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Should we try using
0.10?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Could be something totally fixed.
Yeah, let's go to like the alpha project I made here and let's do the same. Oh yeah, this is my save of the thing I needed. Let me put that like somewhere. Okay. There's no imports needed for that. So I'll make another utils.ts, put this shit in there. Let's do OpenAI. Because I don't think it's Google related, but we can try that.
No, because this one is about the AI package. So
Yeah.
it's not going to be.
Not using. Okay. I don't know what happened the first time. Oh, npm. Okay, so now we have AI SDK, which he said he didn't tell us what version.
But I guess generate object has
Yeah.
been there forever.
Yeah, for sure. And then we just use it in a tool somewhere.
For workflow.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, huh? Anywhere.
You can import it and console log it. And it's
Yeah.
probably fine.
Oh yeah, I'll just do that. Put it here. Okay, and then I need to switch to 10, 10, and 10.
Don't do the carrots if they had carrots.
No carrots.
And I think you even have to do resolutions for the deployer, to be honest. But we'll
Oh
see.
yeah, we do.
So now you'll get the latest deployer.
Resolutions, Mastra deployer at 0.10.0.
Install again.
Okay.
Works like a charm.
Works like a charm, dude. Is there an AI MJS? Oh.
That's different thing.
Could he not have AI installed? Is that like a possibility?
possibility.
Is there something else bringing in AI so then it's not there or something?
Yeah, basically,
Let's ask them.
Mastra is if
Yeah.
you remove package.json, if you remove it from package.json, do you get?
I feel like it should fail, right? If
Yeah,
it's not there.
process exit. I think you get.
But maybe on 0.10. Okay.
I added it to the package.json in output.
Yeah, because it exists there.
Yeah, because it couldn't run it, and then it just adds it to package.json.
So maybe we just say, hi, we tried to take your repo and put modules on 0.10.0. I could not reproduce this issue. Could you share your package JSON with me?
It could be that he maybe forgot to update Mastra CLI.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what we sometimes see, that people update Mastra core
Yeah.
and all of them, but Mastra CLI is still the old one.
Maybe it doesn't have that bundle magic or something.
Or a bug, because I
Or a
know
bug.
Jujon fixed a couple of bugs a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we can leave with our head held high. Let me stop sharing. What up? We're back. Okay, so we're done with the stream. Longest stream we've ever done.
One question.
Oh, do you hire? We are not really hiring because we hired all the homies. But when we do, we'll post it and everything. Yeah, sorry if you were looking for a job with us or not. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick recap because that's what you're supposed to do on these streams. So first we started with
I
what?
have to start with welcome to AI Agent Hour. We first started with AI news. We talked about the composite models of Vercel v0. We talked about the AI World Fair
Mhm.
conference that's going on. We talked about the hackathon of Bolt.new, that they give away $1 million in prize money, and then also about Netlify's AI Week. I think that's everything we. And no, one more is the EQ.
The EQ benchmarks. If this is all sounding very foreign to you, because that was like 3 hours ago, watch the stream from the beginning. That had a lot of information. And then if you really want to have entertainment, watch us stumble, bumble, and fumble through shit, because that's what we did. We just fixed bugs for our Mastra release today. Fixed a lot of bugs and did a lot of stuff. So thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, in the first 10 minutes, we had some sound issues. So if you can't hear us, it's on us. It's not on you.
It's not on you. But anyway, thank you so much. We're the